On this episode of Set Pieces, we talk to Kalonji Pro Profile's owner and coach Bruno Kalonji. As always, please take a moment to like and subscribe. If you can, take the time to hit that notification bell as it helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And now, Bruno Kalonji.
All right. We are pleased to have the owner and head coach for Kalonji Pro Profile here, Bruno Kalonji, the main man. Welcome aboard, Bruno. Coach Bruno. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Thank you
Uh,
very much. Glad to be here.
Great, great. Well, I tell you what, the season has already started. We're a weekend. You started out in good fashion with the victory over FC Birmingham this past Sunday. I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on how it felt to get back into the season and what you thought of that match.
Well, it felt really good. The first game is always a bit complicated because you really don't know what you're going to get, how the other teams are improving. So it was good to get out there. And then also with us as we're moving forward with a lot of new younger players, you saw a lot of changes, a lot of new younger guys, a few core guys still out there, but we bring a lot of younger players. So it felt good to see them perform and keep up with the competition. So I think we're looking forward to a very, very good season with a lot of powerful younger guys with more energy and people that wants to really play football. So.
Well, great, great, man. And I wanted to ask you about that. We did see some different faces out there than we're used to seeing. It looks like you are trying to kind of inject more of the youth element from your academy into the first team. Is that kind of the goal?
Absolutely, and I think that this is a great platform. The UPSL is a great platform to also promote players to the professionals. So younger players playing at this stage will develop their speed of play, will develop their strength of the game, their knowledge of the game, to be able to push them for an outlook for professional teams. So this is
Yeah.
what we're doing as well with the younger guys.
Great, great. So, I mean, and overall, when you look at you've gotten one game under your belt here, and you got the rest of the season to do something with. What do you think you want to accomplish this season? You came so close last season. You did make the national playoffs, won the playoffs, the divisional playoff here, and got to that first round. I mean, do you have that bitter taste in your mouth? Like, man, we could have gone further. We could have done better. I mean, what's your feeling on that?
Well, obviously, yes. And especially with a team that beat us, that were leading 2-0, and they won the national championship, they left everybody with a taste in their mouth that if they're responsible, we could accomplish bigger and better things. The thing is, this is why I'm shifting more toward younger kids. I know that there's a lot of players in the UPSL that wants to play in the adult league, in the Hispanic league, make money during the weekend. So for us, we're eliminating that. We want players to be very serious, players that train 4 days a week, and then players that want to accomplish bigger things, wants to be in the national championship, playing those important games for visibility. Obviously, we're using this platform to promote players to professionals. So this is what we want to do. We're going to be more serious. We're going to have more players that are very serious and more younger players that are hungry to play professionally. That's what we're looking to do.
That's
So
excellent.
it's definitely a learning lesson from last season.
Yeah, I mean, when we did the broadcast there, you were seconds away from advancing. You like you said, you led 2-0. They came back and snuck through and won the national championship. And when you think about it, you only lost to the national champion. What could you have
Absolutely.
done if you had gone through? So I'm sure
Absolutely.
I'm sure that's a motivation for the players there. Is that sort of what they're looking at now?
Yes, yes, absolutely. There's leaders like Tachi, Kimani, who are really hurt by this happening. So we're gonna put a lot of effort right now to make sure that everybody's sharp. And also, I think it's in training. Last season we didn't really train every day, but this season is serious. Players know that I'm serious. They gotta come out there, train really hard, so that we can accomplish things during the weekend. And we want to make sure that we win the season clean, very fast, and then. Go ahead and tackle the national championship. I think we do have the players. We always have the players. Obviously, you see people like Mohamed Diakite, who was getting married when we played that game
Ah,
against the champions. So Soda City, if we pass that game, Mohamed Diakite will have been back on the roster. That will have led us to advance. And Tony Tiente was hurt with an ankle injury
right. Yeah.
previously. So that cost him as well. So, but now having seniors like you didn't even see them play this past weekend, Mohamed Diakite and Tony Tiente, Joseph Samuel, they weren't in the game. So having those core guys also injected in this piece with the younger guys, I think that combination would be great. So we'll see some great football this season. So people need to be ready. They need to be ready.
Well, I'm sure we're going to be covering it with ASMG. We have the contract with you guys to do all your home games, and as well as SSL FC as well. And you know, it's great to hear you talk about the training, the seriousness you take, and you're doing 4 days a week. You're sort of it's a pro type of setup there, and I think that's the structure that players look for when they come to play in the UPSL. Can you give me a brief review of what you think about that with the UPSL and the opportunities it gives to players and even coaches and others?
Oh, massively. So ASMG first for me is big time because we also are using this platform, the recording, the video. We're using this platform to promote players to college as well. So the under 19 players that didn't get an opportunity in the youth to get a scholarship in college, we use this platform. So when you guys are recording our game, you're making an announcement. The recording is so beautiful that the college coaches are able to view the game live. So the college coaches love that. They get to view the game live. They get to view other players playing the competition level. So that promotes the players in college as well. So we use that for that. And also for the younger players that wants to go professionally, sometimes they prefer to view the game live. So this is why we use that as well. So it's the platform. It's fantastic. And then the UPSL is a fantastic platform to promote young players and to promote adults that still have the ambition to play the next level, to go to the next level. Again, the season is back to back. It's fall and spring season. So you don't really get a break. You get to play soccer all year long. And then for us, you get to train all year long. So we're training like Atlanta United, like Charlotte, like everybody else. 4 days a week training. We train from 8 to 10, which still give our players the opportunity to work during the daytime and play at night. So, you know, in contrary, the professional, they train in the morning, we train at night. So we give them the opportunity to still keep their job, but yet to still try to live their dream in training. So this is what we're doing. 8 to 10 p.m. is our training. So it doesn't conflict with anything. Monday through Thursday.
Yeah, and I think we see the benefit of that when you consider that when you're comparing like your program with like an Atlanta United, you talk about how they have a professional setup. You guys have a professional setup, yet you guys match or better them in the playoffs in recent years, which tells you the results are counting. What you're doing is making a difference for these players and for the league and for your team. So that's amazing to see. And now, you know, I'll just preview. You got the game coming up this Sunday, away this time to Georgia Athletic. ASMG is doing that game, so we'll get to see you again and promote both of these teams. But how's the preparation going for that game for you?
Well, it's going great. It's going great. You know, when you have Anthony Sumo at training every day, 4 days a week, I think you better be lucky in the weekend if you don't see him scoring too many goals. So, but you have younger players like Kellen who scored a lot of goals as well last season. Coming in the UPSL, you have a Wanja who people have not seen yet. He played this past weekend. He scored a goal, but he's a kid that's we're gonna see 30, 40 goals out of him very easily. He scored 55 goals in the MLS Next the previous season, so you're gonna see a lot of goals out of players like that. You have Daniel Tumasi, one of the younger players, also playing in that midfield. So there's a lot of excitement, and plus, like I say, you still have the backing of Joseph Samuel, Junior Sandoval, and Mohamed Diakite. So all those big names, you're going to be seeing them coming around, supporting the kids and winning big time when they need to step in and win the game. So I think it's exciting. But for me, it boils down to the training. When the players are training well during the weekdays, the result in the weekend can only fall right. So we're taking it very serious. Our players are going to be training 4 days a week from now on going forward. And we're kind of eliminating other responsibility that we've done in the past, like the Independence Cup and all the other cup. We're not doing it. We're focusing on the UPSL so that we can achieve great things. I mean, you see club going from UPSL getting a direct call to the USLs. We've seen that because sponsor come in. When you're doing something great, sponsor come in and they want to promote things. But I can tell you one thing, for us, the UPSL is important because it's also a good transition for younger players into the pro path. Because I always say if a young player comes in this league and scores 30, 40 goals, you know he's ready for the professional. We saw Kareem Tamimi coming and
Oh
score 40
yeah.
goals, and he got a contract to Atlanta United. So we saw those guys that excelled in the UPSL that got contract in the professional. So for the younger players, until you can come in a league like this and score 30 goals, I don't think you're ready. So if you see a kid who wants to play professional come in this league and start struggling, well, how is he going to play pro if he's struggling in this league? So the league is competitive. It's going to become even more competitive as the year go. So we're looking forward to these things.
That's great. I mean, I mean, the names you gave out, I mean, you got a good mixture of experience, and of course, you're bringing in the youth players now, and one in particular is your own son, Kalen. And just for the audience out there, he won the fans' favorite goal of the spring season for this past season. He actually he was the only player with 2 goals in the running there. And congratulations to him. He's going to, at the next home game, we're going to present him with his award. And just wanted to say that just shows you again, coming up through the ranks, it are a lot of the youth players, not just Kalen, but all the other youth players that are coming through there. So that's got to be an exciting time for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're looking forward to it.
All right, great. Well, I tell you what, we're looking forward to the game this Sunday. Thanks for taking time out. I know it's a very busy time for you, trying to do a lot with the academy there and training and so forth. So thank you for taking time out to talk to us here, and we look forward to getting with you on the Sunday.
No, absolutely. I want to thank you again. You're doing fantastic, Andre. I really appreciate that. Like I said, people are not taking this recording seriously, but for us, it's a blessing in the sky because it's promoting the players not only in the United States but in Europe as well. It's easier for us to promote players to Europe by sending them links that are realistic and real time. So people don't want to see the video after the recording, but when they see a real time, they can kind of assess and see the speed of play, the level, the competition level. So it's really great for our younger players when they're seeing 17, 18-year-old players playing against adults in the speed of play. And then the style in the UPSL is also improving. Everybody wants to play ball on the ground and play good football. So it's really, really, really helping us. So we really appreciate that. And the UPSL platform has been tremendous and fantastic for us. So that's what we're going to focus this season solely on doing something big and something great. So.
Well, great. I'm glad we're a service to you and a benefit to you. And again, I enjoy working with your team and I, with my company, ASMG, we enjoy working with the UPSL because it is community based. It is showing the future as far as talent that's going to go to the next level. And you're all a part of that. So we appreciate that too. So I'm gonna let you go. Thanks again for taking time out, and we'll see you on the weekend and further in the season.
Thank you very much. See you on the weekend.